Have you ever felt like your days are full, but your life is empty? Like you're busy all the time, but somehow nothing changes? Here's the hard truth. Being busy is not the same as making progress. Most people are not lazy. They're just stuck. Stuck in routines, stuck in fear, stuck in procrastination. Especially when it comes to learning English. And that's exactly why this video is going to shake you up. In the best way. Hello. Welcome to English Cactus. My name is Anna. Before we continue, make sure to grab your free PDF of this lesson in the video description. And thank you so much for watching my videos, sending your messages, and writing kind comments. Your support keeps this channel alive and growing. In this episode, I'll help you study English in a way that feels natural, fun, and real. Not just theory, but action. You'll also practice listening and speaking with me using the Bao-Da shadowing techniques. First, just listen to the story. Understand the idea. Then go back, pause after each sentence, and repeat out loud with me. Match my rhythm. This simple habit can boost your pronunciation and fluency faster than you think. It's like talking with a friend, because here, you're never alone. So don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments. Where are you from? Now grab your coffee, relax, and let's begin. You wake up, check your phone, scroll a bit. You eat something quick, maybe open Instagram again, then go to work, come back, watch some videos, and boom, it's bedtime. That was your day. Sounds familiar? If yes, don't feel bad. You're not alone. Most people are not really living. They're just existing. Like passengers on a train, they move, but they're not choosing where to go. No purpose, no energy, just a routine. On repeat. Life is too short to live like that. We were not made to just survive Monday to Friday. We were made to feel, to grow, to experience life. And yes, to study English too. Because learning a new language is one way to truly wake up and start living intentionally. Existing is easy. You just do what's expected. You go to school or work, follow the same path, and hope something exciting shows up. But excitement doesn't come by accident. It comes when you create it, and one way to create it is to break the pattern. Learn a new word in English today. Say it out loud. Maybe even post it online and teach someone else. That little action, that's called living. When you choose to study English, you're not just learning grammar. You're expanding your world. You're giving your brain new roads to travel. You're saying, hey, I want more than just another ordinary day. So tell me, do you want more? Now let's be honest. It's not easy to break out of that sleepy autopilot mode, especially when you're tired and everything around you feels the same. But here's the secret. You don't need to do something big. You just need to do something different. Instead of opening TikTok, open your notebook. Instead of another voice message, in your language, try recording yourself in English. Just once. It might feel weird. You might laugh. Good. That means you're alive. Remember, every time you do something uncomfortable, you're actually waking up. And speaking of discomfort, let me tell you something about the dangerous habit of waiting for the perfect moment. Let me tell you a little secret. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's like a unicorn. We all talk about it, but no one has actually seen it. People say, I'll start when I have more time, or I'll study English when I feel confident. But guess what? That moment never comes. Life stays busy. Confidence doesn't knock on your door one morning with a smile. You have to build it, one tiny step at a time. And you don't build confidence by thinking. You build it by doing. So the real question is, how long will you let procrastination control your story? Every day you wait, your dream gets a little dustier. Think about it. How many months have passed since you first said, I need to study English? And how many real steps did you take? Watching tips is nice, but it's not the same as practice. Writing a plan is smart, but it won't help you speak. Speaking helps you speak. Starting today, even messy, is better than waiting another year for everything to feel right. Want a tip? Open your phone, record yourself saying, "Hello, my name is," in English. That's it. It's not perfect, but it's movement. And movement beats delay every time. There's this little trick your brain plays. It tells you that waiting equals preparation. "I'm not ready" sounds so responsible, right? But many times it's just fear in a fancy outfit. You don't need a better moment. You need a better mindset. Learning happens in motion, not in stillness. That's why starting, even when you're nervous, is already a victory. So next time you think about studying English, don't ask, "When is the right time?" Just whisper, "Now." Because soon, you'll see how tiny actions break big excuses. And speaking of small actions, let's talk about the tiny habits that quietly steal your time without you even noticing. Sometimes procrastination doesn't look like laziness. It looks like comfort. You sit down, just for a minute, to check Instagram, and suddenly it's been 40 minutes. You open YouTube, just to watch one video, and now the sun is down. These small moments feel harmless, but they add up, day by day, month by month. These are what I call silent time thieves. They don't scream, but they slowly steal your hours, your energy, and your dreams. And the worst part? You often don't realize it until it's too late. That's why it's so important to be aware. Because the most dangerous habits are the quiet ones. Let's get practical. Do you want to study English, but always feel like you don't have time? Start by tracking your habits for one day. Write down how many times you open social media, how long you spend watching TV. Be honest. You might be shocked. Now take just 15 minutes from that time and use it to study English. Read a short story. Listen to a podcast. Practice one new sentence. These actions seem small, but small steps are what build real results. Big changes never happen all at once. They begin with awareness and one better choice at a time. And hey, I'm not saying, "You can't scroll. I scroll too." The point isn't to cut out joy, it's to create more of it. When you manage your time with intention, you feel better. You're not stuck in guilt. You're proud. You're learning. You're growing. And that's how you build momentum. So next time you catch yourself saying, "I'll start later," ask yourself, "What's one tiny thing I can do now?" And speaking of now, let's talk about the sneaky way fear hides behind productivity and keeps you stuck. Fear is clever. It doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it dresses up as being responsible. It tells you things like, "Let me just get more organized first," or "I need to watch more videos before I try." You think you're preparing, but really, you're hiding. You're stuck in the comfort of planning, avoiding the discomfort of doing. Many people who want to study English fall into this trap. They color code their notebooks, collect apps, watch 10 hours of YouTube, but never say a single sentence out loud. And then they wonder why they're not improving. Let me be clear. Preparation is good. But preparation without action becomes a cage. You don't learn to speak English by having the perfect notebook. You learn by speaking. Even if your words aren't perfect, even if you forget vocabulary, even if you feel silly, that's how real learning happens. If you wait until you feel ready, you might wait forever. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's where growth lives. So, instead of planning your perfect study routine, just hit record and say something in English. Today. Even one sentence. Think of it like this. You don't learn to swim by reading books about water. You have to jump in, splash around, get your hair wet. That's what speaking English feels like at first. Messy, awkward, and real. And that's a good thing. Because the people who move forward are the ones who act while they're still scared. Not later. Now. So stop calling your fear research or planning. Call it what it is, Smile at it and take one brave step forward. Speaking of brave steps, let's talk about the comfort zone and why it can slowly turn into a prison if you stay there too long. At first, the comfort zone feels like a warm blanket. Safe, familiar, easy. You don't feel pressure and nothing scary happens. But here's the catch. Nothing exciting happens either. You stop growing, you stop dreaming. And slowly, that soft blanket becomes a heavy cage, one that keeps you exactly where you are. People who want to study English often say, "I'm not good at speaking," or "I'm too shy." So they stay quiet. And the more they stay quiet, the more afraid they become. It's a cycle, one that only breaks when you decide to break it. Growth doesn't happen inside your comfort zone. Growth happens the moment you step out, even a little, like saying one English phrase to a stranger, or leaving a voice message in English, even if your heart races. That small action is like opening the door to your cage. Sure, your voice might shake, but so what? That means you're alive. That means you're doing something most people don't have the courage to do. And you'll notice something amazing. With every small risk, your cage gets weaker, and your confidence gets stronger. Imagine a kid learning to ride a bike. The first few tries, wobbly, scary. But with each fall, they get better. That's you with English. Yes, you'll make mistakes. Yes, you'll feel awkward. But every time you try, you're closer to fluency than before. The comfort zone says, "Stay safe." But your dream says, "Let's go." So the question is, who are you going to listen to? Because the truth is, dreams don't die all at once. They fade slowly when we stop feeding them. And that brings us to something even more powerful. What really happens when we stop taking action? Dreams are like little plants. If you water them every day, they grow. But if you don't, they slowly dry up and die. Not with a big crash, but silently, bit by bit. That's what happens when you say, "I'll study English tomorrow," again and again. Your dream starts to fade. You don't even notice it at first. But one day you wake up and wonder, why do I feel stuck? And the answer is simple. You stopped moving. Even 5 minutes a day can keep your dream alive. Especially when you use it to practice English out loud. Think about this. Have you ever recorded a 30-second audio of yourself speaking English? Just 30 seconds. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. Doesn't matter if it's funny. That little clip is a seed, a sign that you're serious about your dream, that you're not letting procrastination win. And guess what? When you listen back a week later, you'll hear progress. You'll think, "Wow, I've grown." That's the power of action. It's not about being fluent overnight. It's about being faithful today. Because no one ever regrets a step taken. But many regret the ones they didn't take. Now let me be honest. Dreams don't die from lack of desire. Most people still want to speak English. But they wait. They hope. And while they wait, time passes. That's why it's so important to act now. Today. Not next week. Not when life gets easier. Today. Because one small action, repeated, creates real change. Don't let your dream sit in the dark. Shine some light on it. Speak it. Live it. And if you're ready to stop waiting and start speaking, I have something very special prepared for you in this video. So, are you going to keep waiting? Or are you finally going to start? Because at the end of the day, no one is coming to push you. It's your dream, your responsibility. You've just learned how tiny decisions can change everything. So what's stopping you now? Is it fear? Is it comfort? Or is it just the habit of procrastination? You already have the tools. You already know what to do. The real question is, will you do it? Start small. Speak one sentence today. Leave a comment in English. Tell me where you're from or what you learned. Push yourself, just a little. And I promise, if you do that every day, things will start to shift. You'll feel more alive, more proud, and more fluent. So now it's your turn. What action will you take today? Share it in the comments. I want to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you never miss a chance to grow and learn. Because here, every video is one step closer to the version of you that you've been dreaming of.